Hey everybody, it's Andrew Martin coming to you with your monthly Oracle card reading for East West Bookshop for March 2016. Happy March, happy almost spring, happy eclipse. Today is the eclipse and the new moon in Pisces. It is a powerful, powerful eclipse, and this month actually is a really powerful month energetically. And I am using the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. Man, you can see this deck is really well loved. It's the print is actually starting to wear off on the box. I absolutely love this deck. This is one that I pretty much has become my standard deck for all of my Oracle card readings. You can actually pick this deck up at East West Bookstore, one of my favorites. And the card that I have drawn for us for the month of March is the Wisdom card. The Wisdom card really does embody that saying that when the student is ready, the master will appear or the teacher will appear. And this card really tells me that this is the time to begin to open ourselves up to and be kind of on the lookout for people who can help connect us with new spiritual truths, who can expand our perception of our lives and our spirituality and our understandings. This is a card that tells us that this might be a really good time to begin looking into taking some classes or learning something new in the spiritual world, because we really are being called this month to really open ourselves up to these powerful, powerful energies that are coming in this month and over the next couple of months. There's a lot of things happening astrologically, and then just energetically, we are really in a period of refinement. And the eclipse today really does signal kind of a reset and really allowing us to let go of whatever it is that we're being called to let go of. And whenever we discard an old story or change our beliefs or seek a new perspective, it is a wonderful time to begin to allow ourselves to seek new connections, new mentors, new teachers, new guides, new friends and colleagues who can connect us with a deeper sense of spiritual connection. And it could also be talking about, you know what, it's about listening to our inner voice and our inner wisdom and our inner guidance, because ultimately, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does outside of us, even if it's someone that we really value and respect their knowledge, their opinions, and their experience, ultimately it needs to be something that we align with as truth. And we always know just kind of by how we feel if something resonates or true or not. Our inner wisdom and our inner guidance, I call it your spiritual GPS. Your inner GPS system is never going to lead you astray. Again, it's all about tuning into the heart. I've spoken about this before, that the head isn't necessarily the best place to get spiritual guidance and insight from the higher place. That actually comes through the heart and through tuning into our inner landscape. So when we are presented or confronted with information, and sometimes maybe we don't quite understand it, or it's something that we can't even wrap our head around, the thing that we can do is really go into our feeling place and just trust. If this feels interesting, if this feels expansive, if this feels correct in a way that maybe I can't necessarily rationalize or justify through the mind, but my heart just knows and my gut just knows. You know, I say, people ask me all the time, Andrew, when you're doing your readings or when you're getting intuitive information, excuse me, or insight, how do you know? And I say, you know what? You just know. It's like, how do you know your name? When you know, you just know. So just because something isn't information isn't something that we can necessarily understand rationally or logically, that doesn't mean that it's not for us, and that doesn't mean that it's something that we shouldn't explore. And conversely, if we're given something that on paper looks really good and it all makes sense from the mind's perspective, but our heart just doesn't really fit, it just doesn't feel right, and there's something that tells us that, I don't know, maybe you should be a little wary of this, or maybe you should really, really practice some very refined discernment to really pick at the bits of truth that resonate with you and discard the rest. I say that with all spiritual teachings, even the things that I present. Take what resonates as true and leave the rest. Just because something doesn't resonate as true doesn't mean that it won't at another time be something that you can comprehend or understand at a new level. And also, just because I hold something up to be true at this point in time doesn't mean that at some point I may outgrow that belief and it will no longer resonate with me. But this is about staying in the moment to access our guidance. Trust that whatever's being sent to us in the forms of teachings or new friends, new colleagues, new connections, a new spiritual tribe, whatever it is that we're called to do, trust that the wisdom card is showing up to say, you are being called in this direction for a reason. This is about you aligning with your divine blueprint and really, really starting to clue in and tune in very, very clearly to the work that we came here to do in this lifetime. And so often, help and assistance comes in the form of others that can help guide us to a new place so that we can really begin the next chapter. Because an eclipse is always about a reset, and a reset gives us the opportunity to really take inventory and say, you know what? I'm letting this go because it doesn't resonate with me anymore, and suddenly I'm presented with something that feels exciting or interesting or intriguing, and it's a new beginning and a new direction for me to really deepen my sense of purpose. So that's the message for March 2016. You can always find me at East West Bookstore every Monday from 10:30 to 3. I'm there doing oracle card readings. I have a group with my friend Lindsay Paul that we do the first and second Monday of every month from 3:30 to 5:30 at East West Bookstore. It's called Psychic Mondays with Andrew and Lindsay. You can find that information on the East West Bookstore website. It's a lot of fun. We have a great time. And as always, you can contact me directly for private readings or one-on-one sessions. Go to my website, thelightedones.com, and you can book a session with me there. There's a little button on my website that says book now. You just click on that. It'll take you right to my calendar, and you can go ahead and book a session. I do phone, I do Skype, and I do one-on-one sessions. So I hope you have a fantastic March. I hope that your spring kicks off to a beautiful start. Enjoy the energies of the eclipse today, and be on the lookout for the teachers that are coming. Thanks as always for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye-bye.